Aloha so ohana, Kapualani here. So we're going to be taking a look at the week ahead, and my goodness, I've already forgot. But I think we're looking at the week from May 27th till June 2nd. It'll show up on the screen anyway, but already the Five of Pentacles is telling me that you might be feeling this way. You might be feeling just exhausted a little bit, maybe even unsteady on your feet, but ready for a reprieve is what I'm hearing. Ready for some relief. And I feel like maybe things are slowing down if they haven't slowed down already, or if they haven't felt as though they've slowed down already. But I'm getting that you might be feeling a little bit beat up. So again, let's see what this week ahead has in store. And also, I'm holding space. We'll see what happens, but for some potential energy clearing. All right, so some cards popped out. King of Pentacles, the Chariot, Three of Swords. Okay, so this Three of Swords energy, Five of Pentacles that appeared earlier. I'm just getting headache, heartache, a lot of stuckness, a lot of maybe inability to not it's not just about seeing what's ahead to see what's ahead, but a lot of just this feeling of disempowerment and not feeling confident about where to set your sights, what to focus on. And so things are just a little bit conflicted right now. From not feeling very conflicted right now. This could be just the things that you've been moving on from. Like I said, this could have been I didn't say this part, but this could be an energy that's, passing, but maybe still lingering. And it's interesting because, I did a similar reading to this. I shared a similar reading to this on my Instagram, a couple of days ago, maybe, or something similar to that Three of Swords. Maybe not even a couple of days ago. Maybe this one was a little bit more than that, but we're moving on. Having this need for balance and need for focus and to maintain and sustain your trajectory and where you're heading, because King of Pentacles energy, you're having to show up, if not as an entrepreneur for yourself, but even just in saving face, I'm hearing among family and friends in a lot of ways. And this isn't about being fake, but it's a balancing act, because there could be, depending on what this conflict is about, there could be some certain, I don't know why, but extenuating circumstances or things that is why there might be a need for diplomacy, and there might be a need to keep such your headaches or to keep your troubles behind you or at bay, not to be fake or anything like that, but because you have to show up for something. You know what I mean? You yourself are in a position where you're having to be responsible for your finances, you're having to be responsible for your wealth, your work, whatever. And so there's a time and a place, right? And that's in so many ways the energy of the Chariot, because even when we are at a standstill, like that Chariot, those sphinxes, the black and the white sphinxes that were at the foot of the Chariot, or the feet of the Chariot, they're sitting down, they're resting. They weren't running, And so even when you're at a standstill, life is still moving on. So rest assured, what I'm hearing, even though you might not be able to see it, even though you may not have a hand in certain aspects or areas of your life or of life that you wish you had a hand in, or that you would like to be involved in, or whatever, yet, it doesn't mean that there aren't other things taking place, other steps that are needing to happen before you can engage, or before you can experience or go into that next level type thing. Okay, all right. again, I'm thinking about the energy for the weekend. The world, nice. So an energy of fulfillment. And more specifically, I didn't say this earlier, obviously, but with the world card and the sign showing up, the fixed signs may be significant. You may be a fixed sign. So Leo, Taurus, Taurus, sorry, because I was thinking of Taurus when I was looking at Aquarius. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Leo, Taurus, Aquarius. And why is it eluding me? Help me out here, Scorpio. Thank you, Spirit. Or maybe that was... All right, so we got the world fulfillment, a completion of cycles, definitely a time to experience fulfillment and to acknowledge that you've met your goals, you've reached your goals, and it's not that, okay, you've reached your goals, that's it, no more. It's not, it's not like that, right? It's not like that. So that's one thing. And okay, so going back to that energy of this, the week that we're looking at, the week ahead, which again, I believe it's that May 27th to June 2nd energy. And by the way, I hadn't said this, but in whatever seconds are left, if you want to pause the video, you can. While I'm shuffling, if there are any goals or intentions that you like to add in for yourself, so forth. This is a space of timelessness. The Seven of Cups is a space of timelessness. Now is the time. So add in, you've got some intentions, some goals, some questions about this week ahead. Ask them now, or forever hold your peace. Alright, I just saw the Lovers, so things are coming into union. I saw that one, even though, again, it's taking some work. You're gonna need to put some work into things. Alright. Okay, yeah, take a breath, take a breather. I'm hearing, we are collectively burning off a lot. We're still, this happens. I feel that, I know I hear messages coming through. I'm like, I feel like I say that a lot, but then again, it's been a couple of decades now, maybe a few decades almost that we're doing this, Kapualani. So, okay, let's see, look at this energy. Wow, full circle. Full circle. Didn't we see this 5 of Pentacles? Okay, so where money matters are concerned, be mindful to your finances, okay? This isn't a time to overspend. This is a time to mind the budget. Be very clear in how much you're spending, how much of your resources you're using right now. I feel like there's a turning of the tides is what I'm hearing. And so this is, because 5 is recovery, this is a time for physical recovery, materialistic, financial, things that have anything to do with the physical. So I almost want to say, for whatever reason, if you've been thinking about getting your car fixed or having it looked at, that could play into it. We'll see what the other cards reveal, but because it's physical recovery, just depending on what your budget is, so forth. I don't know why, but if there's something that needs to be fixed or needs to be recovered, I don't know that you should leave it hang, ignore it or anything like that. But you might have to either be a little patient or find a way to just temporarily, maybe a temporary sort of fix or something until you can really tend to it or whatever the case may be. So again, this is really interesting that this is coming back full circle. I'm going to take a moment just to tune in with this 5 of Pentacles, okay? So fam, so oh wow. Okay, so there's always layers to this. If you tend to be someone who's just on your own, you could be feeling this way. You could be feeling you could be feeling like both of these people, one way or another, whether you are surrounded by family, whether you're in a relationship, whether you're single, whatnot, you could be feeling like either one of these two individuals or like both of them. This person here on the crutches who is just like, oh my gosh, am I gonna make it? This is like, he can barely hold his head high. He's kind of like, ugh, you know what I mean? Hobbling over here. But he's making it. And then the woman next to him, it's not that she is his guide, but because she's like, just barely kind of in front of him, it's like I feel like she's helping him, like helping to like encourage him to keep going, if that makes sense. Like they're encouraging each other in some way. And it's this veil over the woman that makes me think of spirit. That even if you are physically feeling beat up, the bandage over the head, I feel like there's been a lot of crown chakra work. You might have a head trauma. This may have been something that you don't even remember, because it could have happened when you were an infant. It could have happened when you were a baby, a child. You could have been a very active child, or even played a lot of sports and just thought nothing of it. But there are things that, spirit has been downloading with me throughout life, and especially lately, and that's why I'm like, okay, that's where we're going with this, spirit. But that head trauma is very significant in how it can affect your psyche, your access to energy, your sensitivity, as well. And so that's one thing. If you have had something, you know what I mean, or if you have been feeling very sensitive, if you've been feeling overwhelmed and downloaded, like, whoa, too much, even just to the point where physically you're feeling exhausted, you might be feeling drained. This could be, again, we're looking at, and keep in mind, if you're seeing this at any time, it might be way after the fact of when this, kind of like the focus of this reading was. If it resonates, it resonates. It found you for a reason. Okay? So there's something here that's going to be for you. But again, be mindful to the crown chakra. You might be getting a lot of downloads. Okay? You might be very, very sensitive psychically, and so that may be translating, because it could be frying your circuits, energy downloads, when you're not in a space to also, like, even if you are working to ground and going for walks or meditating and things of that nature, even with the work, at times when we're going through something on a collective level, on a planetary level, when there are geostorm, those solar storms, solar flares, they really wipe you out. They wipe you out. And we had a massive one, I think like a couple of weeks ago or something like that. And it's still, the effects, right? And so you might be feeling this way, and you may also need to be like, pushing forward as well. And you know what I mean? Really focusing on that light, because the light, the symbolic light shining through that stained glass, gives us the impression that they're heading toward, a chapel, a church with an open door. So they're heading toward warmth. They're heading toward some relief, even if it is just for the moment. There's still further, more to go, further along to go. But right now, we just need to focus on that light at the end of the tunnel. Not to sound, that sounds a little like, whoa, just focus on that light at the end of the tunnel. It's like, where are we going with this? Speaking of which, Spirit, where are we going with this? Woo! Thank goodness. Cleansing. Cleanse yourself. So once you get there, right, inside of that, the light, look at the purification. This is so symbolic. Spirit is saying that you could use probably a spiritual cleanse. I see the Ace of Cups because of the water and that dove and the communion, as purification, purity. And so being cleansed, cleansing yourself, being mindful of your state of mind, your state of being, how you care for yourself. Okay, so if you haven't been treating yourself well, this is that space where Spirit is saying in this, this time frame, and whenever you're seeing this, the week ahead that you're looking at, okay, this is going to be your time to turn that around, to find some relief, to cleanse yourself, to reset. The Ace of Cups, the chalices, fulfillment, okay, emotions with the water, emotional cleansing, emotional purification. You're tired, you're cold. I'm thinking of how with the snow, it's frozen water, right? The emotions, you have to numb yourself maybe, or maybe it's felt very cold emotionally around you. Maybe it's felt disconnected. Maybe you haven't been able to find, the warmth, the friendliness, but it's there. The end is nigh in a positive way. The end of that energy, the exhaustion and feeling beat up and too much. It's like beaten over the head with all this collective stuff. And it's not to blame anybody, but there's like this overdose of stuff, oversaturation of because I just think of all of the snow and the frozen energy, like frozen emotion, and now it's warming up again. So whether you have had to just disconnect or move on from that, okay, there is a moving on from. Woo. So let's look at just, okay, foundationally, the new beginnings. I love this. And I'm getting that when you go through this experience, even now for yourself, you still want to be able to look back like with a clean slate, like, or a neutrality, if that makes sense. I like that there's these new beginning energies, this kind of restoration of that 0 point energy, a return to lightheartedness, a return to a focus on joy, innocence, and again, purity, purification. These elements of white, Spirit is with you. I said it earlier, even with the snow and the white, yes, as well as an element of energy. Okay, there's something here with winter. I don't know if there were some things around the winter time that happened that you're moving on from or recovering from, but that's here. Like there could have been financial strain, there could have been some other kind of strain or whatever, health, whatnot, that you've been trying to shake off, or things like that. But I see that it's like whatever that cycle was energetically, I feel like it's finally, okay? But you're definitely moving on. There's something, I don't know, but I'm getting like a restoration, something being restored. It's like restored sense of joy and youthfulness. Spirit is, there's something here, like if white is significant to you, because white, with again Spirit, the reference to Spirit, you might do spiritual work, you might be doing, or be looking to do spiritual work. And also, it's this protection, like Spirit is protecting you at all times, like this, but even when you're not thinking about it and you're out there, just, you know what I mean? Not intentionally, but just, take it for granted. Spirit is with you. Spirit is there. There's something with protecting your thoughts, protecting your ideas, because they keep drawing my attention to the crown chakras of these individuals here. And yes, with them, just with these specifically right now, with her, because she's hooded and she is kind of more protected in that way. And I think of that again as veiled, as Spirit. So there's something here with you potentially protecting your crown, protecting your head. So either anointing with oils, because I feel the water flowing here, covering with an actual cap or like a shawl when you're out and about, but definitely spiritually and energetically. So maybe that's something, like let's hold space for that, actually. Whew. If that's okay with you, if that's what we do here, this is what I do. Okay. I was thinking about guided meditation. I was going to see where this takes us, but let's just do this. I'm gonna go do some toning, and if this resonates, if you're open to this, as it aligns and resonates with the highest, greatest good of all involved, all who are involved, harming none, then simply receive with an open heart. Say, yes, I accept, I receive, thank you. And so it is. Okay. So we're going to just send energy healing as needed, as it resonates and aligns, again, with the highest, greatest good of all involved, harming none, to the crown chakra. So we're calling forth also, and only with your permission, as it feels comfortable and as you give permission. And if you do give permission, once I say all of this, simply say, yes, thank you, I give my permission, I receive, and something along those lines. And so it is. Okay. So calling in your ancestors and ancient lineages, archangels, Michael, Gabriel, Raphael, Uriel, and my lineages, the lineages of archangels, Melchizedek and Metatron. I'm feeling your vibrations. Ariel and Shamuel, Hanael and Jophiel, Ezekiel and Raziel. Thank you all. Spirit, Creator, Source, God, Mother Earth, Gaia, your higher self, to connect here and now. And as you breathe in, and if you'd like to take a moment to close your eyes for a moment, you can. So just breathing in, and if you want, you can skip past this part. But again, breathing in through the nose, exhaling through the mouth, taking a nice full deep inhalations and exhalations, maybe 3 or 4 deep inhalations, exhalations like that, until returning to your normal breath. But drawing your attention to your crown chakra, your third eye chakra, and just feeling any areas where there might be just fuzziness or blockages in that energetic circulation, circulatory pattern of your energy bodies, where there might be distortions. We're clearing that out now. And if you want to, as you're breathing out, you're sending that energy into this candle here, giving it up to the sun, letting it drop out and into the core of the earth, where it is instantly transmutated with the sun, with the earth, and the candle, the flame of the candle, burning it off now. Breathing powerful breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth like this. As we're accessing and activating your light body, your energy body, your vortex field at 0 point, mind, body, and soul here and now. And so it is. All right. And connecting in with our guides, guardians, angels, and archangels who are present, ourselves, sending energies of light and healing where it needs to go, especially though to that crown chakra area where you just get dumped with all of just anything, just the collective stuff, anything that anyone wants to say, anything, all that collective programming just gets dumped into that crown chakra. We're just going to clear that off and out now. So it is. There we go. So you can be restored, so that you can feel renewed and purified. That is what we are here to do. Yes. And so again, as we're healing, sealing, cleansing, clearing, purifying mind, body, and soul, but specifically focusing the energy healing on the crown chakra, and on the third eye, chakra bodies again, seeing where there are any cracks, tears, holes, whatnot. We're just going to seal with light, infinite light, light of your higher self, that connection to your life source chi energy, healing and sealing those tears, those holes, those leaks, anything and everything that may be creating discomfort, distortion. Clearing that out now, transmuting, healing, and restoring here and now. And so it is. There we go. And so it is. Whew. Okay. Let's get back to the cards. So if you need to take a break, go ahead, take a break, get a drink of water, have something salty. And if you decided to skip over this, you know, if you want to check it out at some point, definitely give it a shot. But here we go. So let's see what you're releasing this week. Okay, the Wheel of Fortune. I feel like with the release aspect of this Wheel of Fortune, it's the not knowing. It's things being this way one day, going this way the next day. So this not knowing, this lack of luck, or this lack of fortune where things have felt stuck and not moving in a desirable direction, we're letting that go. We're moving on from that. Okay, the energy of cycles, you know, the cycles that just have been lingering and making, you know what I'm saying? It's we're moving on from that, because again, there's this newness with the Ace and the Fool, okay, that you're moving through, that's coming through. And again, the fixed signs. Okay. What manifestations, what energies, what influences, what advice does universe have for you this week? 9 of Pentacles. So if we had that restoration, Spirit is saying, start to, you know, this week is going to help you to open up and focus your energies on your good fortune. It's funny, the fortunes are turning. You know, so where it's been stuck, where you've been waiting, where it's just been, you don't know where to put your focus, you're going to start to know where to put your focus. And then again, Spirit, the bird that I think of with Spirit, and this woman, you know, it could be that you're distracted and maybe not seeing the good. And so again, that's where the guidance says to really take a look and honoring that. And I know we say this all the time, we say it often, but you know, it's I hope that it's not coming across as like cliche or just like, oh my gosh, Kapualani, tell me something I didn't know. Because this is also, again, this is what the advice, the guidance, what's going to be working on your behalf, what is going to, you know what I mean? So it is the fact that you will be stable, you are stable, you are that one step away from the 10 of Pentacles, from what we say Empress mode, you know. So that's where it's about not giving up or like slipping into any kind of an old pattern or habit. And now when Spirit said, you know, you did all that crown chakra work and focus, really interesting with the red feather, the feather in his cap. And then she's got this red, not that it's a hat necessarily, well, it might be something of a hat hairdo piece, but even the bird, it has even, you know, red feathers here and the red at the cap. So there's something here with the root chakra energy, money being on the mind. This one in this case just kind of like not being too concerned. So a nice fine balance between being in the present moment, being present to the opportunities, being present to the richness of life that surrounds you here and now, being present to the temporariness also in a positive way, in that, hey, you know, isn't it so beautiful, and aren't we so blessed? Speaking in affirmations and opening up to shifting the energy very simplistically but authentically in that sort of a way. Okay, and there's, you know, the I'm being drawn to the grapes here as well. There's something with the grapes, the sweetness of life, being surrounded by the sweetness of life, but remembering that, you know, just like with grapes on a vine, it doesn't stay that way forever, you know. So like, take advantage of the opportunities without, you know, going, what is it, squandering or going overboard. It's all about balance, you know, all about balance. But there's this focus also on recognizing like the freedoms that you have, like wherever, you know, you might have felt restricted, Spirit is showing you, and in this week ahead, things are going to be opening up for you to start to look at how much freedom you have, how much opportunity is available for you, how much there is a chance, like every day, every breath, every moment is an opportunity to see things from a new perspective, to experience things in a new way. Like maybe not in such extreme ways, but definitely in subtle ways, you know? So, okay, continued guidance. Okay. So with the Six of Cups, all right, there's past energies, things from childhood, memories, soulmate energy is what I wanted to say. Nurturing, support. This could be a good week for reconnections. This could be a good week for a restoration, for reflection, on, better times. What I mean by that is, even though you're not like trying to turn back time, or you can't turn back time, um, there are ways to experience things, like you did when you were a child, kind of thing. You're not going to be a child again, but there are things that you can do. There are people that you hang around with that make you feel like a kid again, that make you feel ageless, that help you to lose track of time, so to speak. There's something here about stopping to smell the roses, something about even this white flower, spirit is going to, you could be, roses could be significant to you. Spirit could be telling you to go and get some roses, some flowers, because that's bringing in the energy of life, and roses are spirit, so that's inviting spirit in. And roses, the smell of rose is the highest frequency in nature. And then we have on the planet the smell in that way, I believe. Can't remember the right way of saying it, excuse me. But yeah, so there's something there. And there's something with also, like, because I'm drawn to this couple, and then they're restored, like they're feeling just so beat up, and then this restoration of youthfulness, this feeling of youthful again. Okay, yeah. All right, the Lovers. Wow, look at that. So your inner children, your inner child, your inner masculine, feminine, divine masculine energies and selves, and therefore your inner little boy, your inner little girl self, that in the child is just the child energy. There is a union, there is a healing, there is this integration and this emergence that's happening and that's available to you. I think it's really interesting also that we have the Lovers, because it's that Gemini energy, and I think the Fool, forgive me, is Pisces. I'm not trying to be too like, and then with the cups, the water, the Ace of Cups. I don't remember exactly, but I want to say, like, yes, I can relate to just water signs, but I want to say, like, maybe not fixed sign, but yeah, let's just say water signs. I'm not gonna. But 6 being significant, so relationships, harmony, and harmonizing things. So bringing things into harmony, your emotions into harmony, your connection with yourself, with spirit, because spirit showing up, your spirit loud and proud. I'm talking about spirit, I'm always talking about spirit. How can you not in these readings? But then here is spirit, through the cloud. So spirit is offering you this fresh space to reset, and a reminder, okay, it's time to cleanse off the past, time to cleanse you from your worries, your troubles, and that kind of thing, right? And as you acknowledge and self-care, because the Nine of Pentacles is that the lady of leisure, and that has that space to really admire her successes, and admire how far she has come as an independent individual. And so it's why it's this interesting dynamic, with the Lovers now, that integration of energy. Okay, you're ready to reach new heights. You're ready to open up to different experiences, growth experiences. You're ready to transition and move on toward the, those people, places, experiences that are really resonating with you, that are really speaking to you, that are really, why you did what you did, or take the steps that you took to make this quantum leap, to make this quantum shift, to take this, whatever it is, to get to this point where you're here now receiving these downloads. okay? So there may also be, I'm not gonna like try to like make it all about one thing or another, but you can't deny what we see, or with the love energy and the healing. This could be a significant soulmate connection, partnership coming through. Just putting that out there, yeah. Knight of Wands. So there could be someone heading your way, a message, spirit definitely speaking. Okay? You might be very divinely inspired this week to take some action yourself. This lovers, you might be divinely inspired to take that next step, to commit, just to your own path, whether it's your career, whether maybe it is about a relationship, but this I just see from at the core, from the inside out. So in whatever which way the message translates for you, it translates. And if it doesn't, it just doesn't. So it could be about love, it could be about work. It's just your own personal inner journey in life, you know what I mean? But you're ready to pursue your passions. You're ready to put yourself out there. You're being encouraged to put yourself out there. Maybe you're not ready, but there's energies out there surrounding you. Ooh, I just feel like you're totally oblivious and there's something coming your way. You're oblivious and there's something coming your way. Okay, let's get more insights about this spirit before we close this up. Okay, 4 of Swords. So it's like, you know what? Rest, relax, breathe. Lay your weary head down. Lay your head on that pillow and you just breathe and trust that tomorrow it will be better. Tomorrow you'll have the answers. There are people watching out for you. There's a life that you're wanting to co-create, just the next level. And you understand that takes time. And so that's where this 4 of Swords is saying, while, you've done all you can, put your mind at ease, knowing that, just for this week at least, everything's going to be okay. Things are turning around. All right? They're turning around. 7 of Swords. Of course, you guys had to give me the 7 of Swords right when I said that. Turning around. Only do I go back again. There's something you're not seeing that's heading your way. There's something that you're totally oblivious to, but I feel like you need to be in this case. You might be waiting and watching for things to head your way. You might be waiting and watching. Don't need to do that, because even if you did do that thing, you know what I mean? There's something just gonna pop out of nowhere anyway. So just live your life as best as you can. Excuse me. There's something here with open doors. I said something earlier about protecting your thoughts, and remember the red cap. So you might have some good ideas. You might have some insights. You might have some, I don't want to be I don't like to go there, but a little bit of suspicions about certain things. That's where it's number one is let's just try to get grounded and centered and work our way through things that way, practically. Speaking of which, we have a lot. We only have these 2 major arcana cards. So not a bad thing. It's just you will have things this week keeping you busy, keeping you occupied. Okay, so don't let your thoughts get the best of you. Okay, the 7 of Swords is also, it's not what you say, but how you say it, not what you do, but how you do it. And as I was saying earlier, be mindful, because you could have some really good ideas and insights, but just not be aware of who or what is surrounding you and potentially listening in. I don't like to go there with those kinds of mess. I really, really don't, but I gotta be true to the message and just get that out there for some of you. If you're already kind of feeling a little weird about stuff, then that definitely put a cap on it, put a lid on it. Spirit saying that whatever your ideas are, because it's red with the root chakra, and even me now, I'm maybe I'm giving stuff away here that I shouldn't be saying. But that's something that's going to affect your money. You know what I mean? That's going to affect your, the roots of things, your stability. Okay. All right. Let me see. Anything else, Spirit, with this? No, we're going to look at the bottom? Yep. Okay. So Closing messages with the Knight of Swords, yeah. All right, yeah, you're getting downloads. You're definitely getting downloads. There's something that's transforming here. Um, you may see something coming. You may see someone, something coming. I feel like you might have a little bit of a heads up. You're going to be getting a heads up about some news or something heading your way, coming your way. You are not obliged to say anything, and that's where it's like the deception aspect of the Seven of Swords is like maybe keep certain things to yourself. There's certain things that maybe you don't need to say. Now, if you're someone who's trying to get away with something, I hate to tell you this, but they already see you coming. So just don't do it. Like, be in alignment now, okay? Be in alignment. I don't know who's watching this. Like, seriously. But I mean, deception and then this Knight of Swords, I'm like, that's like you thinking you're getting away with something. It's like, no, I see you though. Yeah, so where it benefits you to be deceptive is when you know that there are times to keep certain thoughts to yourself, certain words, certain ideas, not just for like the sake of, oh, these are my thoughts and my ideas. It's not like that. But depending on the circumstances, right time, right place. You know, someone might not be in the right headspace to receive a certain message. You might not be in the right space to be saying things with kindness or with any kind of forethought, you know, a foresight. You could just like blurt stuff out. I'm like, oh gosh, I didn't mean to say that. And then they're like, what did you say? I heard you. Like, you know what I mean? So that's something just to be aware of, okay? And again, like, luckily, that's just for this week ahead or whatever the timing is, whatever that week ahead that you happen to be looking at this during. But I just think it's very interesting with this air and, you know, this Gemini, during this Gemini timing, whatnot. But one way or another, I do hope that this time together has served you well. So, Ohana, Soul Ohana, just to be clear, that is what I said, is Soul Ohana. Thank you, Mahalo Nui, for being here. Please visit my website, Kapualani.com. I've been really slow. I apologize with, I know, like, this is like one of the first videos I'm adding in like forever. So I apologize. And for those who have followed me for years, because I had a YouTube channel like from 2011. 2010. I wiped everything, totally, but we're just starting over again, so it's all good. See, deception, fooled you, fooled me, haha, we're back again. But yeah, here we go. So drop a comment, you know, like, share, save, whatever. Share, I don't know, whatever the deal is, and just gotta throw that in there. But again, visit my website, Kapualani.com. I'm gonna do my best to, like, I'm getting there, holding space to get there. I feel like I've been saying that for like 20 years, so kingdom come. But it's all good. It's all aloha. But have a beautiful and blessed week ahead. I am here for you for live consultations. Also video calls. I'm not quite doing Zoom right now. I'm gonna just do, if you are international, I have WhatsApp or Skype, but otherwise FaceTime or Skype, okay? For those who are interested in video, it's at a different price range. And sorry, my live readings are pre-recorded. So I'm gonna do my best to update these areas like in the next few weeks or months. I don't know, I'm doing my best here. But see what you will see. But again, take care. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you had a good laugh and at least got some good insights, all right? Till next time.